It's over. It is over. Claressa Shields' career is a fire sale. Claressa Shields is down bad. In this video, I will continue to break down this sudden downfall from Claressa Shields. Career is on life support. Allow me to get unpacked. Eat it. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live, BOXINGEGO unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Claressa's career is down bad. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I've talked about this time and time again, and the behavior persists, so we're at it again. Claressa Shields only has herself to blame. I think her career has taken a major backseat and a major hit. Allow me in this video to unpack it and go over some things. Stay tuned to the end. Now, Claressa has no one to blame but herself, in my opinion. Claressa Shields has been loud, obnoxious, at times off-putting, ghetto, ratchet, and all in all, really a mean girl, mean-spirited. And the thing about it is we all have certain flaws, but it doesn't appear that she wants to improve or get better. So in this video, I'm going to break down my thoughts on what is hurting her. Now, for starters, you're with a married man, and then you parade that married man in front of the world, like as if this is supposed to be the norm, if you will. So that was never going to work. I've already talked about that. You guys understand it. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that if you befriend a wife and then later claim her man while they're still married, that's just not going to go over well, especially in public. And Claressa knew what she was doing was wrong, because again, if she didn't think it was wrong, how come you had been in Remy's DMs and you didn't tell her about it yourself? Say, hey, your married man, we're seeing each other and sleeping together, right? If there's no shame in your game. Also, she said on the Breakfast Club that she was frustrated when Remy leaked their relationship. So if you're not doing foul, if you're not doing any wrong, then why would you be frustrated when you went public? See, people like, let's say Taylor Swift, she just got married to Travis Kelce. They started on a clean slate. So when they went public and when they were seen dating, there's no real type of feeling. You don't feel bad about it. Why would you feel bad if both people are free to be dating?
Your movie came out. Yeah, right before it came out, which, you know, could have helped sales or whatever it did. But your relationship was revealed in a very messy way. What was going through your mind when that happened? That was early in the morning, everything, just, you know.
Are you funny?
It was early.
Pay special attention to when she's asked a question. I told you, I don't believe that Claressa Shields is very intelligent with thinking on the fly, coming up with stuff. So rewind that and watch it again, how long it takes for her to actually answer the question or begin to answer. Again, people who are doing nothing wrong, they don't have no shame in their game. You can answer right away. If someone says, what did you eat for breakfast? And you know you ate a balanced, nutritious, clean breakfast that nobody would judge you on. Hey, I had Greek yogurt, I had some fruit, and I had a protein shake, right? You're not going to feel no type of way about saying that. But if you ate 14 McGriddles or something that people would judge you about, then of course you're not going to be so forthcoming with that. So pay attention to how long she actually pauses before she goes to explain after the host says, hey, your relationship with PAPOOSE was announced in a very messy way by Remy Ma.
I can say that I can say that I was shocked for one.
Yeah.
And I was upset because me and my publicist had been talking about, hey, we're getting ready to have the movie come out on Christmas Day. Let's not have nothing happen. So I had been ignoring so many things. And then this came and it was like, oh, what the hell? And
pause that thought. Again, she's talking about me and my publicist, my PR person said, hey, we don't have any scandals or anything. Your biopic is about to come out. So we can't have no drama. Mary J. Blige's voice, right? And she just told you, oh man, when it came out, I was mad, I was frustrated, and I was like, man, what the heck? If your relationship was not conceived in any type of ill-gotten way or any drama, right? Being involved with a married man, then why would it hurt your movie premiere? Why would you look at it like that? So again, this explicitly tells me that Claressa Shields knew what she was doing and getting into and did it anyway. So when nobody likes your relationship, you only have yourself to blame. Because again, there's no reason to feel frustrated if you get outed. Why would you even have to be outed? If you and Papoose have such a great relationship, you should want to run up mountaintops and scream it and proclaim it. But again, she's done many interviews where she was like, yeah, we were in a secret private relationship and I liked it better. I'm sure you did, because again, y'all were creeping.
I remember being like, I was frustrated, but I also too was like, keep your cool. Because once again, the direction we're trying to go is not that direction. One, I don't get paid off of drama. A lot of people say that they know me because of that situation or because of Pap. And it was like I had 1.1 million followers before that ever happened. Now I'm at 1.31, 1.4. And it was like, but I also had a movie come out. I had a fight. I'm constantly going viral for anything.
Now, again, this is why I believe Claressa Shields is a narcissist and a liar, pathological liar, right? Pay attention to what she just said. She just said in this Breakfast Club interview, when talking about how messy her relationship started, that she does not get paid off of drama. Play it again.
I remember being like, I was frustrated, but I also too was like, keep your cool. Because once again, the direction we're trying to go is not that direction. One, I don't get paid off of drama.
Again, in the past interview, I don't get paid off of drama. Okay.
One, I don't get paid off of drama. 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 One, I don't get paid off of drama.
So you guys heard it. One, I don't get paid off of drama. But in a brand new interview that just happened after the K. Scott fight was announced, this is what she said.
They wanted something to be negative. They wanted to make something a big deal. But a relationship cannot overshadow my greatness. Like, I'm still conquering and being great right now.
I must be honest, as a fan, sometimes I feel like there's extra other stuff that's going on. And I don't need you already know all the stuff with who you're dating and all this other stuff. I feel like it's overshadowing your talent.
Never.
You don't feel like it's overshadowing your talent?
I correct everybody for that. Us as black people got to stop acting like we don't know that drama sell. That's what everybody want. Drama. Before there was any of this drama, what did you know about me? One, I don't get paid off of drama. One, I don't get paid off of drama. One, I don't get paid off of drama.
And just like that, Claressa Shields, the walking contradiction was born. In one interview, you said in the past, one, I don't get paid off of drama. So my relationship being messy had no bearing on my career. Now, in a more recent interview, you said we as black people got to stop doing that. We all know that drama sells. Which one is it? And then Claressa Shields goes on to say that as an African-American woman, that we the fans, we the people wanted her to be in a relationship with a married man. And it's also contradictory because she said people knew all of her accolades and accomplishments. You just said that drama sells and you needed the drama to be known, but then you said everybody already knew you from the Olympics. Looking shaky, baby.
I knew about you.
Right, but people knew that I was the best at what I did. I had a documentary. I had a biopic. I have a biopic. 2 Olympic gold medals. Like, that's too positive to be African American. They wanted something to be negative. They wanted to make something a big deal.
And remember that Breakfast Club interview? In that, Claressa Shields said, and this is over a year old at this point, the interview. She said that Papoose has stuff to handle with his marriage and divorce, and that's not my responsibility, it's his.
You know, it's like, that's not my place. Now, there are things that got to get handled, but it's not even my stuff to handle.
Yeah.
It's his.
Fast forward to the future, more than a year later. Did Papoose handle it? Absolutely not. Did Papoose remove the Remy portrait tattoo and Remy bottle on his arm? Get it covered up. Get it erased. Krishan Rock was with Blueface, and now that they're not together, she's getting a tattoo removed off her face, which I would imagine, I don't have any tattoos, but I can imagine that would be more painful than getting a laser removal on your forearm, right? Getting it on your face. So if a person wants to do something, they would do it. If Krishan Rock is ready to move on a chapter and get that tattoo off her face, you see her doing that, right? But Papoose is still with her. You did this interview way back when, and nothing has been resolved. And you said it was up to him to resolve. So as far as I'm concerned, you knew the relationship was wrong. That's why you were offended when Remy outed y'all, because you were a secret, behind the sheets, undercover lover, and Remy put y'all on blast. This is why I tell you Claressa's career is looking horrible. You can't trust anything that she says, right? Claressa Shields in one interview might say this, and she's not good enough with her words to articulate and remember all of the different things she said, so it's all jumbled up. And I'm able to put together videos like this, but nobody could do this to me. Nobody can take an interview from a year ago of me and mix it and do a montage and remix it and have me looking dumb, because I'm very aware of what I'm saying. And I don't change my opinion easily. I would have to be changed. It would have to take for some real enlightening for me to move off of that point, if you will. Let's keep it going. This is getting fun. More contradictions from Claressa Shields. In that interview with the Morning Hustle, Claressa Shields did in the last week or so, she was asked about not winning the BET Award and losing to Asia Wilson. And let's take a listen to what she said about not getting the award.
I know that I enjoyed the BET Awards. I'm happy that Pap said something about it, because when you're the best in the world and you have all these accomplishments, you always feel like it's supposed to be you.
You did hit the BET Awards, and your man took up for you on the post about the sportswoman of the year. How do you feel about that? Because I know Pat had a comment about it. Do you even care about it anymore? It looked like you don't.
I don't. It's the BET Awards. They pick who they want to be the sportswoman of the year. It's not like I don't know how they pick. I don't know what the things are, like what's the credentials or what's the accolades you got to have or what it take. I don't know. I know that I enjoyed the BET Awards. I'm happy that Pap said something about it, because when you're the best in the world and you have all these accomplishments, you always feel like it's supposed to be you.
Narcissist. Again, this is why I believe she's a narcissist. In dealing with narcissists, they'll pee on your leg and tell you it's raining, right? She just said she doesn't care about not winning the BET Award, and she doesn't know the, quote, credentials. I think she means criteria, but whatever. Blame it on the Flint water, right? She said she didn't care about it, right? But you attended, and then after you said you were happy that Papoose said something to you or said something online in a post defending you and saying you got robbed. Why would you be happy for that if you didn't care that you lost? Let's continue.
And then, of course, your partner feel the same way, too. Like, I feel like Pap should be, like, everybody know Pap. Yeah. When I say everybody, whatever artist you could think of, rapper, singer. Queen Latifah seen him and said, "Oh, my God, Pap," and spoke to Pap. And I was like, okay. You feel me?
Right.
So like Pap is known everywhere, but I feel like as far as in like how he rap and me being close with him, he should definitely be like mainstream. You should know his stuff because he know what he doing.
Yeah.
Like that's a real MC.
And just that right there, Claressa don't understand she's telling on herself when she doesn't intend to. She just said pretty much Papoose should be bigger than what he is, right? And like he hasn't really blown. So a man nearly 50 years old that you want to have a baby with, and you're saying everybody should know him, but they don't. And this is who you signed with, WYNN Records. So you realize that nobody really knows Papoose like that, and said, hey, as a pro boxer, let me sign to WYNN Records. And one of the artists keeps getting pregnant, Khadijah, right? She keep having babies, so she'll be out of commission. How can you tour? How can you film a bunch of music videos when you're carrying a baby? Probably can't. You don't hear about Emerson and all these other people. And then the other person who you're with, Papoose, you're pretty much admitting on record that he ain't big like he should be. And this is who you entrusted as your guidance.
Like not like no fake MC, but like talking about putting them words together and rapping all these different styles. Pap can do that.
That's a fact.
And I'm a realist. Like I grew up with Meek Mill being my favorite rapper. So Meek Mill, what's his name? I'm not forgetting his name.
So you're so down with hip hop that Meek Mill is your favorite rapper, and you had trouble thinking about the other people. These people are slow, man. Like what? You're a hip hop head, but you can't think of somebody better than Meek Mill, and you can't think of the other person. Too many punches to the head, maybe.
The sportswoman of the year. How do you feel about that? Because I know Pat had a comment about it. Do you even care about it anymore? It looked like you don't.
I don't.
So again, Claressa Shields says she doesn't care that she didn't win a BET award, that she got plenty of awards. She said that on this podcast, right? So it is what it is. So you don't care about awards, huh? Then tell me why you posted this. I'm nominated for another ESPY Fighter of the Year. Y'all can vote for me every day till July 15th with a link to vote. Wow. So Claressa Shields, you're begging people to buy tickets to your fight, right? Putting the link every couple posts. And now you're begging people to vote for you so you could try to win an ESPY. How the mighty have fallen. This look bad, man. Like no other ESPY nominee that I've seen, and I follow them, like Gabriella Fundora, she not putting repeated posts begging people to buy tickets to her fight, begging people to vote for her to win an ESPY. And again, I thought you didn't care about awards. More contradictions.
I've seen Tasiki beat girls up on Zeus, and I've seen Lex beat girls up on Zeus. Now they're going to fight against each other, but with the gloves on. I feel like.
But what about the real boxers, though?
These girls could possibly become real boxers. I don't know about Linda Brown and Ray J. I'm not talking about that.
Why not give that to a boxer you know that's putting time in the gym, that's really going hard? And then,
oh, no, we not discriminating.
What you mean? But this is boxing.
I
Come
feel
on,
like
man.
you guys are being racist.
Racist.
Ray J.
Wait, so we can let Jake Paul make $20 million off Uncle Mike Tyson, but we can let the Zeus people make some money?
I ain't like that fight either. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Racist in here. Get me out of here. Oh my God.
Because you almost had me. You almost had me,
Wait
but
a minute.
I'm standing ground.
No.
Oh, she almost had me.
No, listen.
So again, you just heard Claressa Shields said, I don't know about Ray J and Orlando Brown, but this is what she does. When she's backed against the corner, she says the wildest things, right? Dude interviewing her said, why not give the opportunity to a real boxer? Very valid question. Why would you not give that opportunity to someone you know wakes up at 4 a.m., they're running miles, they're working out hard, they're pushing weight. Ray J right now is in the Ryan Garcia's house getting punched in the stomach. Don't look like he's training at all. Doesn't look in shape at all. Orlando Brown at all. Don't look like these people are training, and yet they're your undercard, and you think this is a good spot for your career. again, you had the nerve to bring up Jake Paul. Jake Paul is actually getting in shape. Jake Paul is actually working on his craft. So how are you going to compare that to someone who, okay, he started in that Disney YouTube arena, but he's actually taking his career seriously, built his own boxing gym, made money and millions in boxing. Ray J and Orlando probably didn't make millions, plural, in boxing. This girl is obtuse. She thought she was going to compare Jake Paul to these people who don't even get in shape. Jake Paul is actually having to weigh in and not have a pot belly. But again, pay attention to Claressa Shields' contradictions. She just said that Big Lex and Tasheki, two reality star baddies or whatever and influencers, have a future in the world of boxing.
I've seen Tasiki beat girls up on Zeus, and I've seen Lex beat girls up on Zeus. Now they're going to fight against each other, but with the gloves on. I feel like.
But what about the real boxers, though?
These girls could possibly become real boxers.
Wow. You know you done up, Claressa. You said these girls could actually become real boxers. You know you done up. You done up, right? Remember, when you're dealing with a narcissist, which I do believe she is, they're going to tell you anything to save their own skin. She was backed into a corner. That's what she came up with. Hey, I can't sell on my own outside of Detroit, outside of Michigan. So now that he asked me one tough question, let me find a way to try to pivot and get out of it. So she said, Big Lex and Tashiki or whatever, I seen them fight on a reality show and they have a potential future in boxing. Wow. Now, why is that important? Here's the contradiction. When Alicia Baumgardner and Shadacia Green fought on the same card on ESPN, you know, two pro boxers, this is what she had to say. Play the clip.
Y'all, you MVP, keep Claressa Shields' name out your mouth. All y'all suck. Y'all suck. It's levels to this shit. And I'm on level 100 and y'all on level 10. Real shit. Y'all cannot do nothing with me. Zero. Are y'all okay? And then, little Miss Alicia, you look like a amateur, my girl. You look like an amateur tonight. And you do all this talking about what you can do with me, what you can do with Caroline.
See, did y'all peep that? This is Taseki right here fighting on Zeus Network, right? So the actual, let me get this straight. The actual pro boxers, Shadacia Green and Alicia Baumgardner, dedicated their whole life to boxing. You get on a rant saying, look she's squared up, leaning back. That boxer, any boxer, they're not going to tell you to lean back like that. You can get slept like that. But anywho, you mean to tell me that you're advocating that these girls can become champions fighting like this in a street fighting manner whilst saying that Alicia Baumgardner sucks? Shadacia Green, even in the loss, saying that she sucks while you advocate your Zeus Network undercard. Man, this girl going down bad. How can you justify street fighters fighting on a pro boxing card, and at the same time, we heard you months ago saying how the MVP fighters, they all suck and none of them can beat you? But this is probably going to be one of your future opponents. That's probably why they're doing this fight with Taseki and Big Lex, so they could put you in one of these baddie brawls, because your career looking cooked. Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new, but even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast.
Coming down fast, baby. We in training camp. Okay. Time to get to it, baby. I'm talking about, I've been in camp for like 5 weeks already. We 6 weeks out. Tickets on Ticketmaster. Oh yeah. I'm dropping down 3 weight classes. I'm going down to 160.
So Claressa posted this video and she's begging for people to buy her tickets. Again, you've seen Ticketmaster on the screen. And as far as the hairdo, it looks like she got a natural hairdo with the 2 scoops of ice cream, looking like a banana split. Hey, you the banana. You the banana, right? So she posted that. I don't know why. I really feel like she's a content creator. Do you really even want to box, right? You're just trying to make money at this point, right? So begging people for a ticket sale. And then right after, she posted this.
A girl got to keep her hair done.
Yes, bitch.
Okay?
Keeps it together.
I love when I get my hair done because now I'd be like, I mean, I like makeup. Don't get me wrong, but I'd be like, no makeup is needed.
You don't need it.
Nope.
Natural beauty.
So Papoose said he liked natural women in a red carpet interview for the BET Awards. Now all of a sudden you had your hair natural and now you have whatever that is, a lace front or a wig, extension, weave. I don't know the terminology, but you went from the 2 scoops of ice cream, the Baskin and Robbins, the Ben and Jerry's 2 scoops look, to now your hair looks long and silky yacky. Like what even is going on, right? And then you keep bragging about how you look so good and beautiful and how you don't need makeup. But one thing's for certain, you definitely need them filters because you don't make any posts without them filters on. Church. So for me, Claressa doesn't really even know who she is at this point and who she wants to be. So many contradictions. I could spend hours, literally hours, talking about the contradictions. 1 minute you say you like all natural, Papoose likes when you're all natural, but then you're putting in these weaves and extensions and your hair went from buckwheat to alfalfa. You know what I mean? It's like, what is even going on? And then the other thing is this. I'm not telling a boxer what they can and can't do. Do as you please, do as you must, right? But the boxers I know, they're not even concerned with their looks when they're in training camp like that, right? I know fighters, like mostly male fighters, right? But I do know some female fighters. And the reality is the men are barricading themselves in Big Bear, going to cabins, going to out of state, you know, to be away from hometown distractions and wives and girlfriends and friends, being able to access them. If you look at any boxer, they're cutting weight, they're grumpy, all they do is box, work out, sleep, spar, and repeat. You know what I mean? It's very, very basic, boring and basic. And then you look at male boxers, a lot of times they'll grow their hair out, Like we've seen Anthony Joshua or, other guys like Ray Ford. They're not getting no type of haircuts. I've seen Terrence Crawford do it. You see boxers, they get these mangy beards because it's not a beauty show. This could be the difference between life and death. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, they're pulling out all the stops and making sure they come correct. Getting a haircut and beautifying yourself is not a high priority. But Claressa Shields, she's trying to convince the world that she has a good fight that we should all pay to watch and support and or buy tickets. But you don't really seem like okay, you're working out, but you have time to get your hair done and go to the BET Awards and tell people to vote for you for ESPYs. Like a lot of extracurricular stuff to me. And she said in her press conference, she was like, I'm not going to be looking like this come fight week, right? I'm going to have my hair braided to the back like Cleo, Queen Latifah's character, and set it off. But in training camp, you're like, oh, I look good with no makeup, girl. Oh, look at me. I got my hair done, right? The other where PAPOOSE on the treadmill next to you, that make a bit more sense. Like just focused on the work, the task at hand. You got your hair in its natural state, in its natural form. That makes more sense to me. But the girl's all over the place. 1 minute you like all natural, and then the next you out here looking like Pennywise. Oh, Georgie, without your boat. Down here, they all float. You'll float who? Oh, you know what I mean? Like, you're in Aruba, like, oh, man, this man, he played all in my face. To this day, we have not seen a video that you claim to have of this alleged guy in Aruba that did your makeup like that. So, for me, this is a whole fire sale for Claressa Shields. Absolutely no real direction, no real support. You aren't getting views. In fact, people who make content and they're giving their constructive criticism about you get more views than you get on your own stuff. Like I told you on my last video about Claressa Shields that her interview had 1,300 views and I was going to do more than that talking about Claressa. And in the first hour, I had already surpassed her exclusive 30+ minute interview that she had posted on the same YouTube platform. So you have this notion that all press is good press, that as long as people are talking about you, it doesn't matter. Even though beginning of this video, I showed you, she said, I don't need drama. And before my movie premiere, The Liar Inside, I was advised to not have any scandal or any drama. But now, fast forward to the future, she's talking about, we as black people, we got to stop doing that. We got to stop acting like drama don't sell. Which one is it, Claressa? Huh, Rissa?